It's time to build more of the real factory. Time to build more. See? Alright, so I changed a few things. I centered this one a little better. Maybe it needs to be centered a little more. It's alright now. This one is centered better. This one's cleaned up, but ultimately the Pi high-tech logo just needs to be redone. It's too complicated. There's too many colors. Like 1, 2, 3, and black. It's like this is what you want. This is what you do not want. Maybe I'll just remake the logo entirely without this white thing. Simplify the blue, turn it into something more like that. Everyone would understand. I mean, the little circuit boards are all you need. But I don't know. All these others are good. Alright, so what I need to do today... let's build our little walkways to cement that we have really arrived home. So what we need is this. I'm not going to be building gates, I think. I think gates will probably be a little too slow. Is that what I want? I want to keep it even going inside. I want that to be the actual outside. And then we're going to go make a limestone maker. That's going to be our big thing for today. Right there. Please do the thing. Right there. Please do the thing. Nice. And then I think the logos have to go probably every other windmill. I think that'll probably be my goal right there. We have to go get some more windmills to properly put this out. That's fine. We have a machine for that. And we should check on everything. Make sure chlorine is being made properly. Make sure that we're getting enough sodium hydroxide. Oh, this is just a widespread problem right here. Should probably just start making a box that contains only refined concrete and bricks. It didn't work at all, did it? There we go. There we go. Alright, much better. So we need to go back down and we have to start building things out. The most important thing to build out first, I think, will be feed. Caravan feed will go right here and right here. There's going to be 2 big caravans for that. Based on storage side, I need more cliff explosives for obvious reasons. There, right there. Okay. Then, after that, make the limestone maker, work on getting the flooring in place, and just generally start pulling the amenities up. And then you have to start cleaning up the mall area over there. Hopefully have it, and like, I'm gonna be picking up windmills from there. Okay, let's try it. Wait a second. Wait a second. Bam. Boom. Back. Perfect. Not quite teleportation, but it's really close to being teleportation. Alright, so, things we need. We need to get more grenades, we need to get more cliff explosives, we need to go pick up all of our stuff now that we're done experimenting. Get rid of the stone. Take that, take that, take that. Probably, we don't need any more walls. No, that's a problem. There's many different varieties of problems. Alright, so I know somewhere over here we need moss. Take that, please. just have too much of everything right now. So let's just take this entire brick, put that all right there. And we're still not going to have enough to pick everything up. I have to get rid of some of this wall, like the concrete wall and the guns. So let's head over there and divest ourselves of these burdens. Going good here? Yeah, making artillery shells. For the next great push. Any more flamers? You don't have to be here. We should go visit Seaweed Island. Then start porting up food for both kinds of caravans. Og food and gastro capacitors. Here, let's go to Seaweed Island. There's a ton of stuff I gotta get rid of. Like all of those oil power plants. Like none of that's needed. So what to get rid of? You and you. You and you. And you and you. All those things. Guess this isn't that bad, but I want it out of my inventory. Oh, I didn't get rid of the gun turrets. That's terrible of me. Oh, I got too much chromium. Such a problem to have. Right, all these oil power plants go away. Okay, all these centrifuges will go away. Not gonna need those for a while. Methanol reactor goes away. FTS reactor goes away. All these have uses though, fairly common ones. All this stuff is pretty straightforward. Collectors, seaweed farms both go away. I do need atomizers every once in a while. Try to remember that exists. Like those get used every once in a while. Boilers are always useful. Alright, so that's helpful. Why do I have 4 alien sample in my inventory? Alright, so what do I need? I need to go make a limestone maker. Oh, and I had a heretical thought. I noticed that things were going just fine with 3 dinosaurs hauling coke. And so, but we still weren't producing enough sodium hydroxide. So the heretical thought was that the shells go solely into sodium hydroxide. Like that. And turn this on again. Wait, I didn't say that right at all. Goes into slaked lime, which then goes into sodium hydroxide. So we are only using coke because it's clearly working right now. I was getting it from over here for. Uh-oh. One of those dinosaurs is probably wrong. So you don't go here. This is not the proper place to get coke, sir. Coke is obtained right here. This is where you fill your cargo. So maybe this was a little not great. In fact, should I be tolerating any down there? Shouldn't this be just huffled straight north? Like, your job is just to go from here and then into the main one, right? Yeah. That's curious. We're gonna run out here, unfortunately, but I did just adjust that dinosaur's attitude. That guy just made a pickup. We'll be on his way shortly. This guy still there. Alright, so we had a bit of a problem here. We have a delivery coming, not fast enough. And we have shells on the way, maybe? So hopefully the slaked lime will get turned into sodium hydroxide in enough amount to keep us moving forward. If not, I'll rearrange the deck chairs once again. Anyway, next thing we need to do. We need to move our limestone tile maker next to a source of creosote and a source of limestone. Mostly for the limestone. The limestone is the hard part. And it also needs ash, and ash is just weird. So let's go see what we can do up here. Creosote, there's a line in this mess somewhere, so don't worry about it. There's a gravel line right there. There is limestone right here. There's 2 dedicated limestone lines. One coming all the way to right here. So there's creosote and there's limestone right here. And are we lucky enough for an ash line? Answer looks like no. Maybe I just go pick up ash by hand and bring it over. It's probably more than enough, frankly. It's like right here. Something like that. Then we put the burner on, because of course we have to. So that's in the wrong spot, because of course. Burner goes right there. And then you're going to make limestone tile. This takes not a lot of ash. So yes, just grabbing ash by hand will set me up forever. Heavy oil, and we need creosote, which is different in a way that is subtle and awful. Okay, right there. Then you will start heating. We need limestone. What be right in front of us? Oh, it's right there. It's like that. Then you come over. How have I messed this up? I've done this pattern over and over and over again for years. Oh, nice. Tech happened. There you go. Take all that. And the ash, I guess. Alright, hot air taken care of. When we rebuild hot air processing up north, we shall have the hot air that we need. So we need hot outlet gas and molten salt at 200 degrees, which means 2000 degrees, excuse me. That means we need another set of power plants up there. Probably biomass again, because biomass is so easy. We have to make our next generation biomass power plant. I think I'm still going to stick with those power bricks. They're so nice. Well, they were nice before they changed. But for right now, what I need, still don't have moss stage 2. That's weird. At least it grows fast. I guess we're going to continue leaping ahead. I want all the processing stuff. Because I have to rebuild all the processing change. Well, oh, I want the red buildings. Do I have all of them? That's like the next thing on my list. Who can say, honestly? Who can say what I have and I don't have? Oh, there's next level oil power. Don't really need that. What's this recipe? Just turn Yadol spores into oxygen. So you can just spore collect oxygen. Alright, I suppose. No, let's just go get all the processing stuff. Yeah, a little late, guys. Yeah, a little late, guys. Iron processing, next stage. Yep, I will be doing all of this in the new factory. It's like, I'll just queue it up. What's this do? I mean, that might be okay. That I'm never gonna do. And that I'm never gonna do. So like maybe that's okay. Don't stop thinking about it. Just stop thinking. Go grab some fistfuls of ash from the ashery. Oh, I gotta get rid of that borax. Do not forget. Do not leave borax in your inventory. So the ashery is having problems actually. Oh, there we go. 5,000 units of ash will undoubtedly be enough for my purposes. It's important not to overdo things. And then we will have a limestone tile maker. Bam. I don't know how high they stack. Creosote is right there. Right there, right there. Multi-purpose pipe. Bam, bam. Alright, you should be ready to go, right? As soon as this is going. Alright, so we have 400. We can start tiling. It's just we won't be able to finish. I'm not sure this looks good. In fact, I'm pretty sure this looks bad. That one's okay. This, I can see what it's doing, but I don't like it for some reason. It doesn't seem to be in the world like this is, you know? It's too smooth. It's like hard to focus on what it is. I can tell what it's supposed to be, but I have issues. All right, so speaking of issues, let's go scoop up what we need for the next push, which is we need to go grab whatever windmills are in the bin. We need more cliff explosives. We need some aerial caravans. I think I'm going to actually use aerial caravans. Or maybe don't. This is not where I keep my cliff explosives. It's further over here. It's deep in this area. Or here. Because I'm inclined to stay with normal caravans for right now. For the food, anyway. Just because that food is more reliable than the gastrocapacitors. Alright, we need to go get grenades. So we are definitely going to be fleeing them. And there's going to be a whole lot of building and rebuilding, building and rebuilding. So, is going well? Yeah, we're low on Logi Science still. That's just a matter of... Oh, there was a thing to do down there, wasn't there? I should go do that. And we only have 2 stacks of grenades right now. And we don't need any more wall. Wall is done. So we can get rid of all of that. And we should check in and see how... This is not what I want to see. That's probably fine. This looks to be working. This looks to be having no problems whatsoever. Actually, it looks like we're having trouble venting. So there are problems somewhere, but... yeah, we're having trouble getting rid of all this stuff. That's an issue. I'll have to keep watching that. And I need iron nexlet Timmy special alloy for a very special purpose. Which I spotted last episode, right? Oh my god. Cannot keep going in a single direction. Right here. Alright, so how's my special alloy doing? My most special alloy. Yeah, 1 brick. That guy seems like he's doing okay, and this guy, these are all going. Yeah. Need some more you. Soon I'll be making, I will not be scrabbling for these anymore. I will have a factory that makes pieces of factory. A factory. What I found last time I was here was this guy was having trouble venting, right? No, it was this guy. Oh. Apparently I'm not having trouble venting at all. It was but an illusion. I was seeing that the substrate wasn't getting through. Yeah, right there. I don't know what's causing this, but I don't like it. Alright, here you go. Next level. Super Bowl. Oh, and you definitely govern just like all the others. Right now it's definitely... Oh, whenever there's a double, it has trouble. Do you want trouble? Prepare for double. Okay. And right here, looks like we're really backed up, and we're not that backed up here. Maybe there's beacons hitting different areas. I don't know. All I know is it's flowing again, and eventually PySci 2 will back up, and then this will come over, and then LogiScience will flow properly again, and then everything will be okay. Or not. I don't know. So we have grenades. We have a lot of refined concrete. Do I need more bricks? Yes. I need more bricks. I need more wind turbines. Then I should probably decorate the main pathway. We're going to be using normal dinosaurs, so go get some normal dinosaurs and go get aerial caravans. Alright, so that's what we need. We need bricks, aerial caravans, dinosaurs, dinosaurs. 2, 3, 4. We're going to need so many of these guys. Just pick them up. Because what's annoying is, why is there flora on this? Why? Why ever? Alright, we're gonna have to play with them sometimes. Why ever flora spolinen? Oh. While we are here, let's check and see. This is being made. No. None of this is being made. Some of that's being made though. I need these. What is our problem? MOSFETs, as per usual. Lightly doped P silicon. Last time it was a problem with silicon wafers, which ultimately came down to not enough sodium hydroxide, right? Right here. Not enough wafers, and this is just sodium hydroxide, correct? Graphite, the aramid fiber is in fact sodium hydroxide, right? Yes. Alright, so we still only have one line. This line is completely bare, and we're waiting on the Shellosaur to arrive. You almost be there, so we'll check in on this in a little bit. Other things I said I needed. I needed aerial caravans, and I need wind turbines. All the wind turbines I got. So, let's go get those things. 9. I got 9. Kind of hoping for more than 9. What's our holdup? Well, now we're short on the cells. What's our holdup? Short on parts. What's our holdup? Short on yaw drives. Yep. That's no rayon. I have no idea where that's coming from. Oh, right here. It's coming from this guy. And this guy is waiting on ASP. And ASP is waiting on Nextlet. Not enough Nextlet coming through. Nextlet drifts down here, right? Hmm. I thought I had solved the Nextlet problem, but apparently I have to just mine more ore. The problem. She is not solved. No prod allowed, of course. Oh, this is a sand problem. How can we have a sand problem? Okay, don't look at it. Don't pay attention. We're too deep. We're in too deep. Oh, I can pick up all these guys. These guys need to be moved to their proper home. Alright, so, and I didn't get any bricks. I ran by saying I need bricks, and I did not get any. So, we can pick that up, and then we can run out. And so we'll end a full half hour of just blundering around, trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't need quite that many. That's enough. Alright, tally ho, my friends. Oh, we need aerial caravans. Last thing. Right there. Ran by it several times. We have to make the snack bars for little dinosaurs and the snack bars for big dinosaurs. Honestly, the snack bar for the... We should differentiate them by, do more caravan outposts. We should differentiate them by, the little outpost being for little dinosaurs and the big outpost for being big dinosaurs. Not dinosaurs, but, you know, sky whales. So I should probably do that. They will both be serviced by ground caravans, though. The difference in size is purely so I can recognize them easier when picking from the screen. So we want right here. We'll be in laying down key infrastructure of the new factory. That's probably too little. We're gonna need a lot of these guys. Though picking up 30 outposts while only having a few dinosaurs, like while only having like 5 actual caravans in my inventory. That's pride. That's pride right there. Oh, we don't want it outside. So I guess that's where we do want to stop. Good thing we made a maker for this, right? Because otherwise we might never actually finish. Alright, so that's how it has to be. Once we stop shaking, we can go finish that. So. Alright, we gotta go around and touch all this up. And then probably try to figure out exactly where caravans. Oh, I didn't do this side. Why didn't I do that? That is quite an oversight of it. Okay, so grab this. Here. And plug it in. Okay, right there. Need more bots. My life would be better if I just had more bots. Okay, good. Oh, power's running low. What are we doing here? Oh, I probably should have saw to that before I came back up here, but here, we gotta go do that. Well, no, we're gonna head south in a second. Alright, so material sorting is in the upper right quadrant. This is where all products and byproducts come and they get used and vented in appropriate order. Like, okay, so I need some loaders. Can I make loaders? Loader. Give me like 10 of these. All right, we're going to describe the unit right now, which has been in my mind for bulk material processing. So we got an aerial outpost right there. I wish it had more space, but this is what we got to deal with. And so now we're going to have another aerial outpost. And so we're gonna, it's not long enough. I need red belt in order to do this properly, and I need to make lubricant. Okay, so, all right, so I'm gonna need you to use your imagination. Close your eyes and use your imagination. So, what we have here is sorting. Now, imagine like this, like so. It's gonna be like this for maximum distribution speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then just like imagine this works like this. I know it doesn't. I know it doesn't reach. Just I need you to close your eyes and imagine this being like so. All right? Then I need more of these. Just imagine, imagine, imagine. And then loader. Where'd you go there? Right there. Oh, this isn't gonna work, is it? Because it needs. So at minimum, this has to come out like this. That's fine. And then we have this right here. Okay, so like just imagine this. Imagine this in red and working. It should probably be closer, right? Something like this. All right, so this right here on the left, this is the byproduct input bin. The space whale will come along and dump all byproducts in here. And then right here, no, wait. No, maybe this is byproduct. I think this is byproduct, excuse me. Here, we're gonna be working this out. Maybe I'll have to, it'll be very easy once I standardize. Two like this. It has to be like that. All right, so what's gonna happen here? We need to sort primary production from secondary production so that we use secondary production first and only then primary production. And we have to be very careful about how we classify things. And we're going to have whole stacks of material classifiers right here. So this is coming. So the way it will work is right here. Want to output priority to one side, right? So the way this works is this will come in and this joins together, and the input priority is also from another side. So this will use, let's say this is secondary production here on the far left. And the secondary production needs to be used first. And so secondary production comes right here, and then would be loaded in with preference. See, so if there's ever a time when this right here needs, so this would be, this bin right here would represent the place where you take from. This is the properly sorted source bin, leaving this as the overflow bin. So what we would want is a situation where the secondary production overflows into this. So how do we make that work? So it seems like primary production should be right here. So this is primary production. I know this is a lot of classification. So if this is primary production, then we want the opposite of this. So like this. The multiple lanes. Here, I'm going to take down the multiple lanes for clarity. Just imagine this cloned up and up and up for additional bandwidth, right? That's easy to understand. So right here, imagine that goes all the way across, and then of course we have pipes here because this is how the world's going to work right now. And we have, whenever there is a void right here, this will be taken from secondary first, and then if secondary is completely empty, it will take from primary. So this will use up all side products before it touches primary production. This is proper. However, secondary products must be purged because they might be holding up production elsewhere. So I guess we need another one of these, huh? I was hoping to get away from this. So output priority to the right. And if this ever goes, this means there is stuff in secondary production and it needs to flow somewhere. And this is byproducts. This needs to be purged. The item type has come through the system, right? It has passed the classifier stack right here, which I'm hoping maybe I can reduce a little bit, maybe. I mean, it's be able to get 1, 2, 3, 4 of the stacks here. But that's 4 full belts going of whatever belt type I have. Can we do better? Can we do better? So there's going to be, so the key problem is if this is secondary, we need to, like, we have a lane here. You know, there's no underground belt going right on this lane. Wouldn't it be nice if this was the overflow lane for the secondary? But how would we manage to do that? I think this is kind of a necessity right here. This kind of setup that we have. Yeah. I'll think about this, and I'll think about if there's any way to make it better. But this is the primary material sorting, which we will use for every material in the game that has even a chance of being is a byproduct in any way, or might be produced as a byproduct in any way. And this was how we will sort it. And we will put it in like right here, and just stacks and stacks and stacks. Starting with stacks of sorting all ore, because we have ore as byproduct now. Then stacks sorting all plates, because we have plates as byproduct frequently. We don't do that. And just handle all of that. And it's going to be kind of, and this will then be the central place that all dinosaurs source materials from. Dinosaurs and also sky whales inclusives. And that's how that will work. So we're going to leave this prototype right here for right now. Probably should leave a little space for I don't know, for a walkway going up maybe. I don't know. Place this right here. And obviously this has to be all red belts and red materials and then everything else. So this area will come into being once we are finished with the primary factory mall. So we're making all the hands that we need, we're making all the buildings that we need, we're making all the materials and parts and so forth. So that's many days in the future, unfortunately. But it starts somewhere, right? So the main bus. And then right here is where we're going to stick like primary snack bars. I have to think kind of carefully about where I put this, right? So I think this place is going to have a walkway all around it. I think they're all going to have walkways all around it. So let's just institute that right now. It's our gap right here. Something like this. This is our gap. Just leave that as essentially windmill space. It would be nice if it lined up, but it doesn't look like it does. Maybe it does. Windmill, come with me. Is this going to be that nice? Be able to do this? Alright, I should probably not spend quite so many. It's too off, right? Should probably just use a slice. Something like this. How close did I get? 1 tile, 2 tiles? I'm too close. Should be like this. Right? That looks right to me, and it straddles it correctly, so I believe you. You and you. Do I believe in this? I don't know. Do I believe I'm going with it? See, we're off. It looks right, but it's a little off. It looks perfect, in fact. But I think we should probably go with the appearance right here. Especially since it's so tidy on the other side, too. Yeah, we're going to go with this. Even though it's not perfectly symmetrical on both sides. Well, we'll see. Grenade, grenade. I really need that ore eraser. Still haven't gotten it. Alright, so is this correct? You have to go and look. Alright. I mean, it looks correct to me. And we'll do another line right here, and that will delineate the usable area from unusable. So right here, this is where we're going to have Caravan outpost in line with this. It's probably going to be like that, right? And then big Caravan outpost in line with this. Something like that. And these will be cornerstones of the factory. So this is where all ground dinosaur food will come from for the central factory, at least. There might be snack bars put out around in other places, of course. And this is where the gastrocapacitors will be kept, right? And that will fuel the entire stack up here and all that, all the business of the factory. And then we should probably also put the bio Pyanoport up here for the bio network. And then we'll handle that right here. There needs to be a waste line going through everything. So maybe not here. These don't produce waste. Like, there should be no production at all up in this quadrant here. This should only be sorting. Production is done down here, and this is assembly. So the biopyanoport should probably be like right down here in an equivalent place, you know? But we will work on that. Okay, so it's time. Dinosaur, get out here, my friend. You will go and store food. You have the longest huffle of them all. Eventually, we will make food on site. And this will eliminate this long, long trip. Uh-oh. Store food. Fill cargo. Come here. Empty cargo. You are going to be causing problems when you get down there, because it looks like it's not full of food to begin with. Where is my... Oh, there we go. Hog food, of course. Just sufficient for everything. Alright, so off that guy goes. How is the og food situation down here? If it's bad, it's just more imperative to make a parallel maker up here. Now it's fine. We're fine. Everything is going fine. Alright, so next up, I'm going to have another small caravan handle this. Because do I have the Sky Whale handle the gastrocapacitors? It is neater to do that. However, I'm a little worried about gastrocapacitors being more expensive. No, we should keep it like this. It's not. The reason to do it is like so. By keeping the gastrocapacitors separate entirely from the og food, that if the og food chain shuts down, the gastrocapacitors whales still go. But if I have a normal dinosaur hucking up og food to hucking up gastrocapacitors, if og food goes dark, both go dark, and that's less good. All right, so what I want you to do is this. I want you to go to gastrocapacitor maker, which is insufficient in many regards. I want you to store food. And then I want you to fill your cargo. Then I want you to come here. And I want you to empty your cargo. Oh, you only have 2 things to do. It's 50 actions each. That's nice. So off you go. Zoom. We have our first whale. Boom. Can you hear its happy and disturbing song? So it's going to take a while to fill up. It's going to take a very long while to fill up because the buffer's so low. I'll have to turn that from a normal caravanserai to an aerial caravanserai. All right, so we've put down some cornerstones right here. We know exactly where we are going to handle refueling of caravans, which is very important. Oh, I gotta go get more fuel. I'm gonna be asking them to do this. He says as he asks them to do still more. All right, let's go in and no, let's work our way back with turbines. So what I need now is to start doing turbines all the way back. And then we're going to start working on these logos because they have to be distributed properly. Well, okay, have to is a strong way of putting it, but they are going to be distributed properly. How many more? I got 3 more. We're going to decide on some more aesthetics. Right there. In my pockets, in my pockets, in my pockets. We have how much production? Half a gigawatt? Alright, so logo distribution. Come with me, my friends. Not you, you're good. We should have 9. 9 for... So there's not going to be one right here, but there should be one right here. And I declare the first one is hard mode. Centered on the turbines. Then we're going to skip one. There probably should be a set order to this, right? That's about the proper density. Do you think? I shouldn't be running on it the entire way. Kind of ostentatious. So do I want it to be every wind turbine? Or do I want it to be every other wind turbine? I kind of wanted them to be special. Let's try every other wind turbine and see how that does. See how we feel about that. If it feels like milestones or over gaudy decoration. Why are we seeing... Where? Where are you wanting bricks? What is this? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. There's a wall hidden behind this somewhere. Right there. Right at the beginning. Alright, so maybe I will also put this up for discussion in chat. Whether it should be logos every windmill or logos every other windmill. I think probably every other, because they're not spaced perfectly, you know? Yeah, I think it's got to be every other. Alright, that's fine. It's enough to make it special, I think, and to hide the little flaws in all the logos. The problem is I don't have enough to put any more down. Do I have any more windmills waiting for me? We make windmills right here. Yes, we do have some windmills. We have 16 of them. Alright, we're in business. Let's go get windmills, let's go get power. And let's continue building out this glorious factory. Glorious, glorious factory. Clean, no pollution, eternal energy. Just like the factory was always supposed to have. Unlike this, look at this. Non-eternal energy. Needs crude liquid, which I pump from the earth and then burn. Does this seem like a proper way to run anything to anybody? Answer no. Everyone immediately answers no. Is not proper. Are we still stuck? How are we still stuck? Well, at least this is being made right now, so backlog is being alleviated. Almost out again, and still, we're having sodium hydroxide problems. Even with this, the lime slaking as hard as it can. How did I even manage this before? You know? Because when are these ever gonna go? If slaked lime is going as hard as it possibly can, and it is in fact going as hard as possibly can, everything's going. We are at peak slaked lime right now. With this going as well. Huh. I do not know, and this obviously has hopefully been dry forever. Do I need to, like, prod all these? That's not fantastic. We need 50 slaked lime every 6 seconds. And this produces 50 slaked lime every 3 seconds. So this can just power 2 of them. So it's not even I mean, I won't say it's not worth talking about. Do we have any other way to make slaked lime? Okay. And a seaweed turd. Yeah, I need both of those things a lot. Yeah, I'd do that. That seems great. And then this, of course. Yeah, this thing's really good. I wonder if the seaweed recipe is any better on top of that. Anyway, I'm just gonna let this ride. What was I doing? I was picking up probably more concrete too. Ooh, hateful, but whatever. How are we doing here? What are we short on now? Cells. Probably waiting on the blades. That's fine. Great. Let's head over, and we need to get more refined concrete, and we're charging again, and that's good. And then we'll go distribute some more logos, and we'll see how all the og food distributors are getting, and then we'll start pulling up all of the stuff we're going to need. It's all going to be initially sourced from this base, but then we're going to have to get away from it. We have to make a grand sushi belt. It'll have to start yellow, I think, and then upgrade to red once I have... Like, the very first thing I'm going to make is a red belt maker. Along with red loader maker and underground and splitter and... Oh, we're going to run out of this stuff. I've spent a lot of it, and there's more to come. Ah, well, it's what's for. Eventually I'll stop using it in such a great amount. Alright, this is good. Really? Really? Here, burn this stuff, please. Does it make ash? No, it does not make ash. Alright, north. North to distribute those things what I have made. To give of my gifts to the world. Up here, up here. Okay, first things first. Continue tiling the floor. Shouldn't do this while an energy drink. This is very much in the same category as operating heavy equipment. Alright. I hope this is enough space. Probably is. All this is reserved for science arrivals. So maybe I need to elevate it even more. You know, a third level right here. I could put a light set of lines on the graphic itself, but I don't want to do that. I know it stacks on top of refined concrete. This guy's coming back. How are we doing? We are stuck making gastrocapacitors. You're not... Oh, it's completely jammed up because this is it's from an era where things were simpler. How about that? So let's get on with adding more power. Right? Let's just come down here, copy all this. There we go. So we are going to continue lining the great artery right here. This is the fun part of Factorio. Now, there's many, many fun parts of Factorio. That's why it's such a great game. This is particularly satisfying. Wood. Should probably keep a couple, right? Well, keep one, looks like. We'll distribute the rest of the logos now. So we are way up here, and we just did you. So we'll put in you, and we'll put in you, and the last one. There we go. And now we should repeat, honestly. Like, this is a completely unwieldy blueprint. It can't be used, right? They should start right here. This can't be used at all. Can you be placed like this? Oh, you can't. Oh, okay. All right. So like this, huh? Nice. Okay. And then, oh. I need the turbines. Is this lined up correctly? Well, it probably is. It probably is not correctly spaced entirely because some of the logos are not correctly spaced, but we're just going to start with this and then we'll watch it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then if it is wrong, it will become apparent very quickly, right? Okay. Bam, bam. Like, see, this is off center, but the logo is off center. Maybe I want to move it, you know? I'll have to examine all of these before I copy it too many times, you know? But this shows where I'm going. This is a statement of intent right here. Unambiguously showing the concept. Alright, so what are these things? What are these things and why are they here? No. Alright. So maybe I should focus on making them a little more even. Alright, time to continue building new factory city. I do like this. Yeah, once every other I think is better. Here we have... Why do we have no more than I had before? I hardly believe that. Oh, power output is near its low ebb. So that's why. Yeah. Alright, so next thing on my list, I guess we continue building out the shell with a focus for over here, and we start building the area to collect all of the material that we're going to need for the mall. Again, right here in line with the building will be material imports. So just going to be rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of caravans, small caravans this time. We only need small amounts of stuff. So small caravans. And then over here, wherever there's a depot involved will be large caravans. But we should probably stick with... Well, we need to clean up all this refined concrete. We need to move this pipe. Like, we're going to be going to biofluid almost exclusively, hopefully. If I can manage to get it to work in a way that's useful. Kinda worried about that, not gonna lie. We'll see. I will at very least be able to provide some feedback on what would make it useful. So, and I find that mod devs listen very, very closely. If you have a good idea, they're fine with it. Not all projects are run like that. Oh, forgot to unpause. You didn't miss anything. It was just like a couple seconds. So let's build out the walkway. Obviously, this goes this way, or these guys die. Oh, I probably should have kept some more windmills back so that I could properly ring this one like the warehouse building. But I didn't do that, and I'm not going back in. So we're going to have to steal some windmills, which is fine. Theft from one's own factory is not theft. Alright, so what we need is now to grab windmills from the end of the walkway. Way the heck down. I like this. This is good. We need like probably 10 of them, maybe less. Alright, come with me. Alright, 8 windmills. Hopefully that's going to be enough to make my point. Still teching? Yes, we are still teching. New iron processing will be over here somewhere, heading south. Just hanging down as long as it can with better buildings, which I can't really get to until I'm done with this. So what I want, we kind of want to mirror this, right? It's not like kind of wanna, we definitely wanna. It's like that, only we want to plug it in as well. Don't want to put that in right now. There's no need to put that windmill in. Alright, so this is gonna come over, and it's probably gonna keep going, right? Because this area is material processing, so right above me is where the mall starts. I'm gonna have to do a big think about how I want to lay that out. I mean, it's obviously gonna be a sushi belt. Question is, do I leave room for 2 sushi belts in the off chance it's necessary? How do I snake it? How do I interleave windmill layers? All sorts of stuff like that. Speaking of that, let's go look and see how many windmills I have. Right here. None. I have none windmills. Sad. And that's stuck on ASP, because these things drink ASP. ASP is over here. You are stuck on Nextlit, but Nextlit is coming in, so I definitely are going to have to address that at some point, right? Yeah, everyone wants ASP at this point. Alright, don't think about it, don't look at it. If I want those... No, I definitely want them in line. So you go like so. So. Here. Now this is the buffer on the side of the building. So, to keep with our pattern... Here, don't do this. Do this instead. Don't do it yourself. Make the bots do it. So... Oh. Occasionally the bots get a little carried away. So, there you go. Alright, so... what we need is to bring one down. And then if we copy the corner we have over there, this means bricks. Oh, I don't like how the power line is right there. Well, I don't think there's anything that can be done to help it. So it goes right there, right? That leaves the grass, but there's a little intrusion there. Maybe I'll find a way to fix that at some point. Alright, so now refined concrete. Just now noticing I caused a problem there, which I will now fix. Alright, good. There we go. And there we go. Alright, so not a huge fan of this. Not sure how I'm going to deal with it though. Because there's obviously, like, I could just switch it up right here. But no, I can't because we're going to be doing this. Except there's a pipe in the way. Alright, there we go. We're going to deal with that properly later. Don't worry about it. And that should be right there. Right? I have 2 windmills left. If I look around, we have to come down this way then. So let's pull some of these guys up. Those poles will serve as placeholders. We should just bring them down, right? So this guy goes like this. Correct. And that guy goes like that. Correct. So we'll have to turn at some point. Straight lines forever, it looks like. We might install doors on this side too, as necessary. Yep. And snuggles in perfect. Now, yeah, we're gonna have a problem with the lines. But delete you. It causes the world to end. And then that doesn't go over there. I mean, that's okay. It's better. Maybe we'll put doors in here. I don't know. I mean, we probably will. I'm going to be coming into this room from all directions. This is probably going to be completely open on all sides. This is the mall. So that'll have to happen. Most importantly, we have properly delineated the space that will be used for the sushi belt. So the principle of the sushi belt is that you are very seldom making buildings. A building making building is idle 90% of the time. No more than that, like 99% of the time. It's only when you come and you fetch a building that the building making machine starts. And that's the only time it consumes resources. So putting dedicated lines to these buildings is fine, but there's efficiency to be reaped by having them be shared. And the problem is the sheer number of different components that go into all the buildings in the game. There's too many of them. So you'll have to stack components on a belt so that there is not just one type of component on one side of the belt and another type of component on the other side of the belt, but multiple types of components on each side of the belt. And so if you're doing that, it can't just stop. It'll have to circulate. It goes in a loop, you know, like a carousel. It's been messing me up earlier. And so like this, and I can put as many different types of items on this, and they can just circulate. And eventually, the item that the building builder needs will float by and it will get snagged. But until then, it's just floating around waiting for it. And because buildings aren't required in huge numbers all at once most of the time, there's usually a lot of lag time. It doesn't really matter. And if necessary, you can pick things up by hand and shove them in the machine yourself. So there's a lot to be said for this method, I think. So I'm gonna be doing it. But right now, what I need is components. And by components, I mean hands, belts, loaders, splitters, power poles. Like beacons are in here. modules are in here, like just core components. Those are the most important part of the factory, and that's what I'm going to be building right here. And these will get dedicated lines, because those tend to run quite hot quite frequently. Like I've run myself out of belt at several points. And I have to wait on the machine to catch up, and I'm not going to wait on a machine to sushi belt its way through. The throughput is just too weak. So I'm going to build, first off, a red belt maker here. And it's going to be kind of jank, especially since I'm going to have to get lubricant up here, and I'm not sure the best way to do that. Like, this isn't a biofluid situation. Not yet. This is happy. This is not happy. This guy I have to go look into myself. Here. Pause. Let's check in on various things. Chlorine, going. Chlorine, working. Sodium hydroxide. We have one belt going, and it's not enough. We need to find another source of slaked lime. All this stuff is going just fine. In all honesty, this needs to be sped up. Oh yeah, we're not consuming shells nearly enough. Alright, so I'll speed that up, and I'll also prod it. So we'll make another a second level chem plant. I should probably go do that now, right? While I'm at a good impasse right here. Yeah, let's go attend to that. Alright. Accelerate. Even at the speed of sound. Takes quite a while to get out here. So I guess I have to go and really settle myself and convince myself that I have the spacings of the logos correct. And then copy and paste it as much as I can. Because just looking at it from space like this seems a little off. And that's probably because they are a little off. Like that one isn't aligned perfectly. I should really look into that. But anyway, give me 2 chemical plants. Chemical plant, go get glass. Right there. More glass. Alright, give me red chemical plants. Need latex? That's it. Probably also nickel eventually. I'll go see that. Latex is stored right there. Nice. So we need 2 reds. Yeah, nickel plate. Nickel plate is kept not over here, just a little farther, right? So we used to need it to make organic solvent. I sworn it was right around here somewhere. Yeah, right there. Alright. 1 followed by process on the Alright, fine. Soon this will be a dance of the past. You be on your way. I free you, dinosaur, by relieving you of all your possessions. Now you can move on to the next stage in your life. Alright, so this is moving. This is not moving. So we're still waiting on this. Does it really just take that much sodium hydroxide? I may be approaching this the wrong way. I may have to take more severe methods. Where do I make neural processors? 1 block up. Alright, getting confused. So, like on the sushi belt that I'm making, I'll order it so that there will always be like 25 neural processors on the belt. Nickel, self-assembly. There will always be 200 nickel on the belt. There will always be 200 iron on the belt. So on and so forth. so that there will be a ready supply. I am wandering. I am not in the right spot. Good to see this working. So, what I need, self-assembly monolayer, just right there. Okay, great. And now once again, nickel plate. Fan-friggin-tastic. Then we'll go and we'll probably adjust the logos again. I don't know if I want to make a logo maker. I gave this a very simple recipe. It's just refined concrete, and then it makes it for you. Like, I'm pretty sure if it was included in the core mod, they'd put some weird ingredients in on top of it. So that's just the pie way. But I didn't do that. There we go. Alright, so now we need to have, we need a couple more of you. There. And we are going to do double prod plus 2 of them. And it's an open question of whether or not I should beacon it as well. I almost think I should. Speed beacon, of course. Just to dump out as much sodium hydroxide as possible, as efficiently as possible. So not here. Well, slaked lime, which then becomes sodium hydroxide. I should really wire it up so that this stops if this ever goes too high. Ooh. That's an ugly thought now, isn't it? Oh, I already had a red chemical plant? Maybe this is a sign. Maybe this is saying I should put more in. Yeah, I will accept this as a sign. I don't think we need so many ball mills. So I'm going to pull up these 2. There. This. Right there. Alright, so that's awkward, but whatever. You go up here now, and this gets picked up. You need double prodding. No, double prodding, I said. So you have to go like so, right? It's gonna be a little weird no matter what. Here's your water. Yeah, in keeping with the evolving purpose this area had over time. That's gonna be fine. Things be weird here, yo. Right there, right there. Alright, so you are ready to rock. There, good. Alright, sounds good. It's right there, right there. We'll turn that on. This has to go like that. Alright, so now we have tripled the throughput plus 20%. So we will see how that goes, right? This has to go right there. What else? So, how do we see this moving? Oh, because I didn't hook this up right. Because I am not smart. Alright, so you're going, you're going, you're going. And this works at crafting speed 1, so this produces 50 every 3 seconds. So this should keep 6 sodium hydroxide makers going full time. I suppose if I'm actually seeing the gap is a good sign here. Oh, we're actually moving over to the overflow. And seeing as how we have excess capacity, I guess I should really upgrade all of these and prod all of these, right? Don't really want to do that. Kind of prefer not to do that. Here, let's take a look. Hydroxide. So we've leapt up, and we're like at 1.3. Huh. So that's more than we've ever... So we've never really had worked at the full potential of this, have we? At least not in living memory. It's like, this was probably the best time, and it was only at 900 per. So maybe we've done better. The only downside is this only lasts so long as the shells do. Oh, and I have to govern it so that should slaked lime ever back up, it stops. Bam. I guess we just attach all of them to it, right? I don't think we even need a decider combinator. It's just ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. What we want here is slaked lime. The item is less than 10k. Then you go. And when that fills up more than 10k, or yeah, 10k, then it should stop. And the overflow valve here is very overflowy, right? Yeah, you're gonna be, just in case, out of paranoia, even more overflowy. I don't like seeing this. I don't like seeing anyone stopped. This is not enough acetylene, which is kind of curious, as I thought we were venting acetylene at some point. I gotta get better power over to that thing. This is obviously not right. I need to get diesel over here. It's not that far. Probably go fix that, right? Anyway, this is going okay. And then down here, this is likewise going okay. So we can move on to whatever is next, yeah? Hopefully, this satisfies one set of problems. Okay, good. Alright, so the way of the world is we just pretend that everything is fine. And we move on to the next thing. And sometimes, as a consequence of this, everything is fine. Other times, it all falls apart. And we do not speak of those times. We try to take those memories and bury them as deep and as far as they will go. And, you know, don't let any therapist ever hear about them, because they just won't shut up. But right now, what we need... step first, I gotta get rid of this poor alien sample in my inventory, for which I venture to the far south of the base, just to free up one inventory slot. Great use of time, right? Okay, here you go. Take this away, please. Now, for my next trick. Science is going, right? Science is just chugging along, actually. 22 a minute. This is, all of the backed up, automation science packs. Automation science is our bottleneck, and now that both PySci1 and LogiScience have snapped in, We're using up all the automation science that we stored up, and it feels great, really does. So I don't know if I have it in me to test anything more. I think we should probably just, here, we should grab any windmills we have, and we should continue setting up the, um, like, big macro area. Get the bones of the new basin as we were doing. Oh my god, stuck, stuck, stuck. Stuck, 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 stuck. I'm like literally stuck. I should go get more limestone and then head over. Yes, I did just clip straight through. I made a lot of artillery shells today. I mean a lot of artillery shells. I feel like this session we made like a good 3 warehouses full. Which if this is sustained, this is probably a big backlog from not enough sodium hydroxide. Hopefully I've put that problem in the grave. But this is interesting. A lack of nickel? How is this a thing that exists? Now we're going full speed. Even over there? Does this just take a very long time? No prod. No prod, no happy. So we'll snag whatever limestone tiles we have, and then we'll try real hard to align everything pretty with the logos. There you go. Then we'll build out a couple walkways, make everything look nice. And that's probably it, right? Alright, so start way at the top. Way at the top. So this looks pretty good. And if we examine it super closely and abstractly, we see it's one down and it's centered properly. This one is not centered properly. This needs to be moved down by 1. So we will do that. If we look now, yes, is good. This one's not, all of these are not centered properly. The next 2 need to be dragged down by 1. It's very important that it looks good on the mini-map too. This one's just, maybe this one needs to be, the graphic needs to be reduced a little bit, you know? So that's now proper. It's 1, 2, 3 down. So that one, that one, that one. Yeah, of course it's you. Do this? No, you're fine. It's in, what? It's the one above it. Yeah, that is misaligned. Right there. That looks better. I mean, ish. Alright. Yeah. Now we do it again because we copied and pasted everything. Here, how about instead of that, I just pick everything up. You know, it's going to leave a lot of space in my inventory. Good, good. Alright, so this is actually really unfortunate how much it costs. So what we need to do now is get a big old copy and paste on, right? So copy. Oh, oh. Don't do any of those things that I just did. Here we go. That's where to go. And this is where everything gets deployed. It's probably faster just to do it like this, right? And then come back and collect them one by one. This should be a proper spacing. And if it's not, I will deny it every single day. Here, let's even put this in the good old blueprint file. I really have to remake this logo. It sticks out so bad. Like the blue on the pie is fine. It's this thing. It's the icon that needs to be redone. Maybe I'll look into that. Maybe it will irritate me to the point where I'll do that. So right now we're up to, not up to a lot. So here's time to do some light tiling here in the science arena that knows not science yet, but will. Okay, nice. So is this finished? That looks pretty finished. And I don't want to put gates in because I think gates will probably be too slow. Yeah. There we go. Don't forget to do that in the corner. So we're just going to continue hauling that up as necessary. And what else do I need to do? So you're full up. The next load is coming. We should probably work on the lattice structure. Which means this should probably just keep going down, right? Where to stop? Somewhere over here, right? We'll figure that out in a second. This goes right here. And I have another windmill, please. So like so. And like so. Now we go over both ways, right? That's the pattern we've established. So it's sitting in a nest of windmills. It wasn't quite what I was anticipating when I started, thinking of this in my mind. I'm not super angry about it. So it's like that, right? Looks correct to me. So there we go. We'll just leave it like this for right now. There's probably no need to elaborate on it, right? I'm losing it. It should be an easy task, but instead I'm messing it up. Just outline the walkway, sir. It isn't hard. Okay, this way. Now, how do I feel about the walkway not intersecting at a logo? Do I want this in between? Put the logos, the logos in between the oh, tech happened. So something like this instead. So it is by necessity right in the middle, but it would be right here then. Maybe. Think about that. Anyone has suggestions? I will take suggestions. All right, so better iron. We want everything with just processing associated with it, right? Yeah, casting. We want to do all of this. Every last bit of this. Just add hot air and double everything. No, you get one additional one for 50 hot air. See, that may or may not be worth it, honestly, because hot air is precious all on its own. Anyway, get this thing. It'll turn it up. It's not going to last for that long, but gotta get the ore eraser. Why do I want the ore eraser? Why, I have some ore I want to erase. It is required for aesthetics. Yeah, I have to get that for next episode. Absolutely 100% required. That to something like this. Oh, I haven't even done the other side over here. Why am I running across open fields? This almost certainly is in the wrong spot. Didn't I? Oh, I had an idea, didn't I? Let's try it like this. Pull it back by one. Alright, so what we have here, and then output preference to the right. And then what we have right here is tries to go right here. And so we have this mess here. Take this mess, put the mess up there. What we need to do, I had a thought. It is so rare a thought occurs to me. So we do this, and then we take input priority from the left. So, all right, so this is waste, this is primary. It sorts it into two streams right here, and then it tries to go on the bottom one. And then, oh wait, we can't do it like that. We have to pull it out. All right, so look, it tries to go on the bottom one. And then this one, the pipe comes right there. All right, so, and then this is primary out. Oh, we need a bit more space, don't we? Primary out, and it tries to dump onto this, and that's it. And so now we have loader right here. Right here. Right? And so this would be primary. This is the central depot, which means if we do this, like so, if this works, I'm not sure if it ever sorts it onto the underground belt. It shouldn't. But if I do it like this, then it should go from here to underground here to underground there. But I don't even know if a red belt will stretch that far. It's within range of two yellow belts. So the underground length 17, and this is 6. 9, so 17. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it doesn't count this one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's yellow belt. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So it would just barely reach right here to do this. Just barely. This is a real question. Will anything end up right there? You know, it's output priority to the top. I don't actually know. We're going to do a little test right here. Pick that up. So, will anything ever end up on top? Let's see. Oh, don't put modules on there. So it looks like no, it will never ever end up on top, even with the output being on top. So this should be just barely valid, and it will allow me to do a 2-stack on with the cost of having to do one more horizontal square, which is no burden whatsoever. So what we're going to be doing right now is I got to pick all this up. So it's going to be like so. And the way it will work is this is waste products, byproducts, secondary products. These must be gotten rid of. And by preference, they go on the southern route. And on the southern route, they are joined here. And they are used with preference on this belt to load into this this outpost right here. And this outpost is take me primary production. I suppose it could also jump over here. And this is waste accumulation. This is all the secondary products that could not come onto this belt. They will instead back up into here and back up onto the top one, to here, to here, to here, and into here. And then this is, if there's ever anything in here, it must be destroyed or transformed or otherwise gotten rid of. So this is a good plan. Wait a second, he says. This might not work because of pipe issues. How do I get the fluid to these? How do I get the fluid here so that the loader loads? Looks a little difficult, doesn't it? So what I'd have to do is pull you over again. That has to go right there. That has to go right there. That has to go right there. That, like that, like that. And then we will have pipes. There we go. And then we can have fluid in, and this is the grand sorter. And then it's bigger horizontal than I wanted, but it's very compact inside. And it will have, like, what's this going to be? 6 full belts just going at any point, either red or eventually blue. That is a lot of throughput. Like, this is going to just... No, maybe not quite that fast, but it will go decently quick. Alright, I gotta get red belts and I gotta try this out. That's the grand sorting scheme. And we're gonna do something very similar to that with liquids as well. But liquids are difficult. I would like to use the biofluid network, but the more I think about it, the harder that's gonna be. Like, it's just, the numbers don't work. Like, each Gorbachev carries 10,000 of a liquid. That sounds like a lot until you realize, no, it is not a lot. That is a small amount of liquid. This is right? This ore has to be erased. Something like this. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, not exactly, oh, this has to move. Not exactly sure what the use case is for biofluid. But we're going to give it a shot. In the worst case scenario, I can't get it to work, and I fall back on just a lot of vias all over the place. I mean, a lot of vias. It actually has to be a discipline I'm starting right from the beginning in this. Bricks. Because bricks make look good. Okay, good. Thank you. So, over here. Over here. Alright, so now there's nothing for it but to complete the cycle. You never ever want to actually complete the cycle. It is a tenet of Western values that you always want to disrupt the cycle. Stories where you simply perpetuate what has happened before are not part of our societal mythos. Instead, we worship change. Not me, though. I worship the factory. Alright, so that should be the main structure, right? Things are looking better. I should probably work out where I'm going to do the connector at the changeover. Like right here would be most natural. Maybe I just never have this side and this side connect, you know? Because of reasons. because it looks better if I don't. So we grab you and you. Grab you and you. Let me pick you up because you don't have to exist. Alright, so we do something like this, right? Maybe we move that down further and further so that we never see it. Because it's so much better if we don't ever see it. We'd have to do the same right up here, something like this. Yeah, that's good enough, I suppose. It links everything together, especially once I do this one right here. Well, no, it doesn't link everything together because, oh, and of course, not even proper here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're off. Something's off. Something is not right, friends and neighbors. Well, that has to be fixed right ding dang now. Huh, so I guess I did build it wrong. Yeah. Okay, well, I accept my failure. Alright, so the way to do this then would be just to pick up everything. Just pick it up, and then try again. Just like this. Nice annihilation wave going down. It'd be so much easier if I was competent. Wonderful. Massive apologies to everything on this side of the factory. So nice when everything is square and you can just tell when there's problems. Okay. Pick up. Pick up, pick up, pick up. So, I wonder how this is going to change once I have substations. Am I going to have to keep making Nextlit poles just for consistency? I mean, the answer might be yes. Maybe I'm condemning myself to a lifetime of only using Nextlit power poles. Which, I mean, at least they're not medium poles. So one in, like so. This is what's better, right? He says blindly charging forward with perfect faith that he's doing it correctly. Alright, so down this way. Oh, and I did something bad there, didn't I? Perfect faith, it's working this time. Alright, I'll fix that in a second. I'll fix it. Still good. Still good. There we go. That was the answer we were looking for. Of course, I messed it up again. There we go. Alright, as I was saying, and then this comes right to here. I guess it doesn't work unless I'm curling it all the way around, and I'm not doing that yet. Well, maybe I can do something like that now. Oh, I can't because I don't have the thing. Well, whatever. Yeah, it's not a full grid yet, but it will be one day. Half a gig there. Almost have like a gig thrown down. And that will power the factory for quite some time. All right, so we have the basic unit of storage right here. And as you can see, we're just gonna make columns of these. First ore, then plates. And, oh, we're gonna need a lot more space, aren't we? And I mean a lot more space. These things are kind of squat. Well, maybe not. We're gonna have to stack rows and rows. We're gonna need more ore. I want to do just ore and then just plates and then sort it by that. But maybe there's always more ore and more things to categorize together. What is this right here? They have slipped through. They are slipping through and they are almost to the face of the main factory. This is utterly unacceptable. We're gonna have to take care of that next artillery day. Boom. Thank you. What was that? That could have damaged the real factory. The factory must never know blood. No. These things go away. Leave the worms, though. The worms don't matter. Let's push them back. Make them expand down there again. Yeah, this is a pretty bad hole right here. Well, I'll have to do something. Is that a dinosaur? An actual dinosaur? Oh, that's because he's an ammosaur. Alright, that guy needs to be kicked. And I think that might be my last action for today. So far so good. I really feel like I should move these closer in to see the little logos more. Alright, let's go fix gastrocapacitor. And then after that I'm going to wrap up. Yet another very successful episode. Next episode I start building pieces of the required factory. And the thing I should handle first is try to figure out what I'm doing with lubricant. And probably just barreling in a bunch, I guess. So, I mean, what else is my choice? Of course I'm barreling in some stuff. Gastrocapacitor is made here. And you need animal sample. An animal sample is made here, but it is all crudded up. It is crudded and jerkied to hell. Hello, space whale. Yep. Yep, indeed. So, how do I deal with this phenomena? Well, let's first address the causes. You make jerky. You decay into biomass. That. An animal sample itself decays into just plasmids, and that's not hard. Alright, so just dumping this all into a... does biocrud have a fuel value or anything? How do you get rid of biocrud? And you gotta compost it. So all of this stuff goes into a pair of composters then. That's what has to happen. Compost. So I need some titanium plates. Alright, 2 composters please. Because I can't just put it in a box. This is making fuel for the factory. This requires an actual solution. Oh, I have a inventory. Compost. Just iron plates. Compost. So we need a boiler. And we also need a tower. condensing tower, cooling tower. And we're going to put in our standard biomass destruction system down here, right in here. And its job will be to make sure that the gastrocapacitors never stop being made. No, I can't. Fortunately, I cannot fraud it. Just isn't that kind of day. Alright, so we need 2 of you. We can't put you that close because of problems. Here, we can fix that though. Drag you up all this way, and like so. There you go. You're still connected, right? I don't know if I like how the multi-purpose pipes look. Like, just at a distance. It has this grate, and the grate looks good when you're up close, but as you move away, the lines start merging, and it just doesn't look so good. I think maybe that was a good idea that wasn't quite ready, you know? Not every idea is ready. Alright, we want filters, we want jerky, we want crud. You guys, come over here. Yes, do that. Okay, your job, quite simple. You are jerky. And you are crud. There. And this should work for forevermore, right? Oh, wait a second. I need to do this then, right? These filters. Jerky. Or else I need to do a carousel. I don't want to do a carousel. There you go. You can get a nice excellent power pole. So I find the one spot where it's not going to be powered. Alright. So, now. Right here is where I'll do the standard thing. Right. Oh, we'll have a... Gotta hate how tall this thing is. Come here, under the space whale. Then the cooling tower is where? Right there. Put in a standard loop. Multi-purpose pipe needs help. We don't even need this. Faster hands. Try to do things right, right? Okay, now we have to find some water. And around here, that might be hard. Pump, jack. Okay, so we'll just make our own water. Right here. Right on site. Where'd you go, Mr. Pump Jack? Right here. Yes, make water for free. And of course, we need a proper valve. You must underflow 20%. Just connect over. There you go. The cycle is complete. This is now making animal sample. We need 3 animal sample. That's not so great. And that makes how many gastrocapacitors? Just 1. Wow. And it decays back into 1 plasmid. And I guess I speed module this too. Yeah. Or just get a better one. You could always just do that instead of just tossing around modules. And that builds 1 gastric capacitor. At least it's good for 50 actions. Yeesh. Alright, so this is now a complete solution. This is really choking because we can't vent guts. Because we're having trouble over there, it looks like. I wonder why that is. Oh, we switched over to copper. That's awesome. Looks like it produces so much stuff, not all of them can go. Oh, it just switched over, see? We're still venting the guts. And see, now it's burning down. See, the latch is working. The latch switched over at 80, and now it's going to bubble down all the way to 30k? Yeah, and the gut problem is solving itself. So, yes, we did good here. Excellent. With recipe switching. A first for me. Alright, so what else do I need to care about? Go look at artillery shells. Oh, we've made a ton of artillery shells. Like, one more episode and I'll be choked, and then I'll have to do artillery day again. Like, not really complaining on that one, but I don't really know what happens to the factory after I'm full of artillery shells and I don't need any more. Like, I really don't know what happens then. Oh, we're full of fish, too. Alright. So let's look ahead. We want to make fast. And we have this recipe right here and this recipe right here. This is the one we're definitely doing. Oh, it takes a ton of iron niobium. I should see how much of that I have. And it takes ASP. That makes a ton of stuff. Is this good or is this bad? I don't know, but this is definitely good. 20 stainless is a little painful. What's our comparison here? 2 for 1 iron niobium? No. And, oh, it's 1 each here? And it's a little more than 1 each for stainless. But it's a lot less rubber. And a lot less ASP. And it doesn't need any lubricant. Alright, so this is probably our first target, to make red belt. And then we shall never use yellow belt again. And then we will use that to then make underground. And then this is where we have to come bring lubricant in. Yay. Yeah, that's expensive. The 10 iron, the 5 iron niobium is the big things. And then we have to do this, of course. Oh, I have to make a normal splitter and upgrade it. Oh, I have to make a normal underground belt and upgrade it. Alright. Great. So I just gotta make yellow stuff. Yeah, for everything. So I'll make a yellow belt maker, and then it just upgrades every piece, I suppose. Yeah. And then, after that, I wonder if the stack inserter or the loader is faster when maxed out. It's a very interesting question. And then we'll try to make all of these. And then inserters. What's the world of inserters look like now? So we have this. This is obviously something I'm going to do. We need long hands, of course. We need fasts, of course. And we also need the exotics. Bulk inserter, which I haven't even made yet. What is your thing? Why do you exist? There's no description. Like the stack inserter is obviously awesome. It moves 14 and it's fast. And the bulk inserter is also fast, but it only does 2? Like, is the bulk inserter just obsoleted by the stack inserter? Oh, and it's very expensive too. What's the... Maybe I'll just make a couple of these just to look at them. I can just click and make one. But like, this is one, this is one, this is one, this is one, and this one does 2, 1 plus 1. And this one does 14. So I think maybe this is a pi thing right here, the bulk inserter. And it's just been bodied by the stack inserter. The stack inserter just slamming. Man, the stack inserter is expensive. This is all expensive. Let's see if there's anything more happening here. Insert. Oh, look. The bulk inserter and the stack inserter both get more. So, not sure how that helps anybody right here. And then everything gets another one. This is a big tech. And then that keeps going. And then keeps going. Like, I don't know. And then this is a mass bulk inserter recipe, which, given that bulk inserters aren't really great, inserters that can move multiple items of the same type at a time. Thank you, but isn't that normal now? Like, where do we get the stack inserter? Is there no unlock for it? It must be outside of the Pi canon. That's why I'm seeing it like this. Ah, no, it's right here. No, that's just capacity. Where is stack? This must just truly be always there. I wonder if you start a new game if it's just there. I don't know. Oh, anyway, I'm way over time. What did I do today? Today I worked on the next factory. It's already doing pretty good, I think. We worked on spacing. I worked on making the graphics look pretty good. I mean, the centerpiece is always going to be a little off-center here because of how numbers work. And I suppose I have to live with that, even though I look at it and I just kind of want to die a little inside because it's just a little off-center. But, I mean, I would jerk everything out one, but then the pathways wouldn't be equal, you know? It's like the big thing was this path equals this path equals this path equals this path. And then right across the side that equals that. I would have to have a rectangle somewhere. And so guess there's just nothing to do about it, eh? Yeah, good. That intersection works. All right, so ore eraser. Got to go get it. Got to erase this ore, that ore, that ore, probably all these ores. Every ore you see just gets obliterated. Not needed. Your services are not needed, sirs. I have to think of a better way of doing this, because this could be really dense vertically and really bulky horizontally. So I guess I am going to have to stack them on top of each other, even though I really don't want to do that. This structure is why I needed so many aerial caravans. It takes a lot, and it's going to be the main processing node. So I think it goes without saying why I wanted to make this work. So what else? I guess we do liquid drop-offs here. Like, I'll bring liquid fuel in here with barrels for now. I'll bring lubricant in here, barrels for now. And the biofluid network is going to have to come through probably around the edge of the square. Should probably do that next, right? Just bring the biofluid network over and just make a solid ring and have that get ready. Then we'll have biopyanoports around. I think that's how it's going to work. We're going to give it a try. I'm not convinced at all. I still think it might not work well, but there's nothing, we're just going to have to try. Alright, so real factory coming into focus. Starter factory being phased out. New factory has earned my affection. And I wonder if I should move all tech over here, just like right now. Like just throw everything in bins and caravan it over, and just set it up here and just have it be here, you know? Like just to show I've moved in. That's not a terrible idea at all. But these are ideas for other times. Right now, I'm done. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye. Oh, it stopped. How wonderful. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.